ride.
Stay with me, little bitch, yeah, you know that I'm your man. You be capping like a snitch, no thoughts, more stabs. New hoes, 10 toes, new guac, new bands, new whip, new chips, new kicks.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is RJ Sasson over here. Today we're going to talk about what coil packs I'm going to be running. I'm excited also to tell you a little bit more about my build, Project 335XI. What I have bought. I have all the parts that I have bought that I'm going to be introducing in other videos. But yeah guys, let's just dive right into it, right? So I want to give a big shout out to my boy Dwayne with the 540. He's actually a customer of mine. He got me this coil packs, b58 coil packs. I'm going to be running b58 coil packs on my n54. And the reason for that is because, as a lot of you guys know, n54 have problems with spark, and they normally run either Elder or Delphi S55 coil packs on their cars. And that's fine because Billion made about 1,000 horsepower on his, a little bit over 1,000 horsepower. I think it was like on a Mustang Dyno was 1,000 horsepower. That will probably be about 1,100-ish on a Dyno Jet STD corrections, which is pretty cool. But what I have noticed that you also have to take into consideration that he is running a standalone. He's running a Civic on his car. So I ended up going with these. A lot of people are actually jumping onto the b58 coil packs. If you guys know, b58 coil packs don't have, as far as I know and I'm aware, don't have issues with spark. So I went with these, and I'm gonna be running these coil packs through the nexsys coil pack kit. nexsys actually has a bracket, has a harness kit, plug and play kit that consists of 6 of these little guys right here. Plug one side to your coil pack right over here. This one to the original engine harness, and you could run b58 coil packs. I am running a M18 valve cover on my vehicle, my motor. So a little bit of background on the motor. Actually, it's a 8-bolt block now with a 6-bolt crank, right? And the reason why my engine builder, which is Billion, chose to do it that way was, he told me, hey, RJ, if you ever decide to go DCT transmission, and this is prior to us finding out that we were gonna have available the X5 diesel transmission in our platform. Now with shout out to Gassan, not Gassan, sorry, shout out to what's this guy's name? Joshua. I'm sorry, Joshua. Shout out to Joshua from Guru Auto Works. He came out with the plate, and with that plate you could run a X5 diesel transmission, which is an all-wheel drive version of the 335 diesel transmission. They come ZF6 HP 26 and 28. The one from the expires to 28. And it's funny, but you can actually run 6R80 internals on that transmission. My boy Dustin, very great guy, he actually has done it. He was the first person to do it here in the US, as far as I'm aware of, running 6R80 internals. And for those of you guys that follow the 6R80 guys, you know that those guys have gone 7s, making 14, 15, 16, 1700 horsepower on those transmission when they're built. So that's pretty cool, right? So now we have that. So I still have my 6-bolt crank in my new block. Billion built my block. A little bit of info on that block is it's sleeve. So I actually went sleeve prior to Gassan showing proof that the cylinder 1 is a weak point on our motors, because these motors, cylinder 1, you can assess it by the timing chain cover side. You just can't assess it there. There's nothing for you to put in the insert there. It actually kind of ends, and then it just points out towards the timing chain, the cover side, and that's where he blew his out. So that's pretty cool information. I'm happy that Gassan actually posted up that type of info. I think a lot of the reason this platform has not moved forward as quickly as we want to is because a lot of people blow stuff up and they're too scared to post. I want you guys to follow me on this journey, And the reason why is because whatever blow up and whenever I blow up, I'm gonna post it. Why? Why keep hiding stuff, you know? Let's just show what these things can do. And if something blows up, it blows up. I'm not gonna blame Billion for blowing up. I'm not gonna blame my tuner for blowing up. We found a weak point. We found a weak point. Now let's get to it. Let's find a solution for it. You know, that's what the K series guys have done. That's what the B series guys have done. They're running a whole bunch of billet parts on their cars, and they're going fast, sevens. You know, low sevens. Speed Factory ran at 7.0. You know, at 200 and something miles an hour. I would love for a platform to do that. If a 4-cylinder could do that, why can't we, as a 6-cylinder, at some point can do that? You know, obviously they're running billet blocks, but look how beautiful it would be for us to be running billet blocks at some point. That'd be nice. But yeah, I am running an M18 valve cover on my car. It's I went with red. I love red. I could not have gone with a different color. I just love red. And I want to bring in, just like I was talking about Dustin running the 6R80 internals, I want to be able to bring in custom parts into the platform. But these custom parts, I want you guys to be able to get a hold of, not a one-of-one thing. Because I want you guys to be able to duplicate what I have done. And I want you guys, if you want to be able to go further than I have, and if you got the money to move quicker than I can, like my boy Dustin, then go for it. You know what I'm saying? I am not holding back with information. I'm willing to give out information. I don't have a lot of time to be wasting answering a lot of people's questions. You understand? In the sense of like, if I get 100 DMs in a day asking me the same thing over and over and over, I'd rather just make a video on it. I think that makes more sense, you know? So these are bearings from Pro Bearings, which I'm going to be speaking on the next video about. These were custom for the 335xi. I'm running custom bearings front and rear. These are wheel bearings. And I'll go into it why. You know, it's pretty cool to see what the Honda world has done with these bearings. And the Evos are using them now too. And a lot of different cars. You know, it's pretty cool to see that. Honda guys are using them in the transmission also. Pretty cool stuff. But yeah, a background on my motor, it's that I blew the motor due to cylinder 5. It went lean. That injector stopped spraying fuel, got clogged, melted the piston. Rod put a window right through the block. So I saved up for about 2 years, and then I bought a new motor, sent it out to Billion. Billion went ahead and built me that motor. I asked him for a 1500 horsepower motor. He told me, RJ, there's limitations to this block. I said, okay, so build me the motor as if I was still gonna make 1500 horsepower. That's what he did, you know? He got me sleeves, high compression ratio pistons, car has key crank hub, micro polished crank, what else? On the head, ported head, shrink cams, custom springs, valve springs to his specs, valves. Yeah, so pretty much the whole motor. The only other things I don't have is I don't have a choker kit, which I'm not looking forward to it because we are limited on the XI platform to diff ratios. So I already had calculated 1 miles per hour when I go in my 1-to-1 gear ratio, and I go into gear ratio and all that stuff in other videos. So I'm actually pretty happy with the motor that with the standard crank size. If I was to go with a choker motor, then my power will come in sooner, but it will hurt my 1-to-1 gear ratio. And obviously you want to gear your car properly for quarter mile, right? That's one of the biggest issues that I see on this platform. A lot of people do not understand gearing. The manual guys especially, they do not understand gearing. And I don't want to get into that at this point, but yeah, it just makes me laugh sometimes of the stuff that people do on this platform. But I have proven with the b58 customers of mine certain things, and these guys are actually listening and they're excited. But yeah, guys, I'm just excited. I'm excited to share my journey. I'm excited to post up more videos of all the products that I have, parts that I have bought, and I'm excited for our platform to keep growing. And I want to see 9 seconds exercise. I want to see 8 second exercise. I want to see 7 second exercise. My goal is 7.9 at some point. You know, obviously it's gonna take a completely gutted car. My car's gutted now, but not like my car doesn't have no rugs. My car doesn't have no seats inside. Yeah, it's pretty gutted. I just gotta do a little more. I gotta get rid of the door panels. Gotta get a carbon fiber dash. I want to get carbon fiber doors, but that's the topic for another video. But yeah, guys, follow, like, and subscribe. Thank you.
Stay with me, little bitch, yeah, you know that I'm your man. You be capping like a snitch, no thoughts, more steps, 2 hoes, 10 toes, new guac on the bench, new whip, new chips, new kicks.